Hello guys and welcome back to this new lecture. From this lecture and onwards we will start working on our menus. Alright, so for that right here let's go ahead and create a UI canvas. Name this as main menu. Okay, you can double click on it, change into 2D mode so that we can see it. Make sure that you change it from constant pixel size to scale with screen size and change the X and Y to 9, 19, 20 to 1080. Okay, then let's create our first main menu. Okay, let me name this as main menu canvas. Now in this, let me copy this mission past and drag and drop it in there and then activate it. Here it is. We're gonna name this as main menu, or let's just name this as options menu. I'm gonna just name it as main menu. Okay, now in here remove these text and button, we don't need that. Right here we will go ahead and create a button, so UI legacy button, let's name this as game nameplate. Alright, in here we will type parking game. Okay, and for the text we're gonna make the size 40 and change this to this first font, which is pixel font. Then select the game nameplate, change its width to 600 and height to 90. Alright, then we need to change the source image in here. So in the game assets we have this simple pixel. Okay, in the simple pixel go inside the artwork, then inside the square, actually inside the gray folder, then the square folder, and in here you will find this input field. Okay, so click on game nameplate and drag and drop that input field right there. Okay, and you can change the text color to white. After that, select the whole game nameplate and move it to the top and just move it a little bit down below. If you check it on simulator, here it is. Alright, after this we will now create our buttons. So let's first of all create our resume button. Okay, so duplicate it, move it right here. Okay, change its name to resume, and we will change the button source image to this. Okay, and change the resume button width to 400 and the height should be 80. Okay, after the resume button we can duplicate it and move it down below. This time we can name this as select stage button. By stage I mean the mission, and right here I'm gonna type select stage. Okay, then duplicate it again, this time name this as select car button. Okay, we have to move it down. Make sure the space between them is the same. Alright, now change this to select car, then duplicate it. Then after the select car, we have the quit game button. Alright, in here type quit. Okay, select the button and move it right down below. If you check it in simulator, here it is. Looks good. But we can leave the nameplate on the top and select these buttons and move it down a little bit. Okay, now they are perfectly fine. We can move this exact button right down below so that there is space between the exact button. Now after this, we will now create one more menu which will be for selecting the mission. So name this as select mission. Alright, right here we're gonna remove all of the buttons, and first of all we're gonna create now a newly button. Name this button as 1. Okay, inside this button we're gonna add the sprite, so let me click on sprites, drag and drop this first mission image in there. Alright, and we need to change this button width to 200 by 200. Alright, and you can select the text which is inside this. Okay, select the text and move it right at the top. Okay, and in the text type 1, select the font, change its color to white, and the font size should be 40. Okay, move it up a little bit right there. Then select this button and move it, hold down the Alt button and move it to the top left. Alright. Okay, leave it there. Duplicate it now 8 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now rename them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, now let's move the second button right here. Actually, let me go back by Control Z, select all of the buttons and move them here. Alright, you can now hold your mouse right here. As you can see, it shows this arrow to the left and right side, so you can just do this in order to change the values. Alright, I'm gonna leave this much space between them. Now hold down the control button and deselect the second one. Right, now we have the third, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 selected. Now you can move it to like this. Okay, now deselect the third one, go to position X and move it right here. Deselect the fourth one and move the fifth one right here. Then deselect the fifth, move the last 3 right here. Then deselect the sixth and move the sixth one right there. Then the last one, move it right here. They look good. Now select all of them, go back to the scene view and make sure they are in the middle somewhere like this. Okay, when you do this, now we need to open all of these and change their images and also the text. Okay, change the image, then the text. Now second, third, now let's select the fourth one, drag and drop the image, then fifth, then we have the sixth one, then seventh, and then the last one is the eighth one. Alright, when you do that, then what we gonna do now is add a UI legacy text. Okay, its font size will be 40, width will be 800, height will be 80, and then we will select the color white and select the font, and in here we're gonna type more coming soon. Alright, then we need to add a back button, so let me duplicate the quit button in the main menu UI and drag and drop it in the select mission. Okay, let me close the main menu now. Name this now as back button, and in here change the text to back. Alright, and for the back button, what we're gonna do is you can select it, change its width to 200 and height should be 80, and this button should be in the bottom, and that will be it for our select mission. Okay, now the last UI is the select car. So for the select car, first of all we need to add a camera. Let me click on player car, here it is. Okay, so what we gonna do now is to create a camera right here. So create a camera, name this as main menu camera. Okay, if you select it, here it is. Let's close the main camera for now and select the main menu camera. What we're gonna do with it is rotate it on 90, move it up, let's move it back. Okay, make sure it is set up right here. And in the center, and also make sure it is looking down a little bit like this. Okay, so let's make this 10. And then let's select our main menu canvas, and we have to create one more menu which is for selecting the car. Alright, so for that what we're gonna do now is duplicate the select mission and name this as select car. Okay, make it active. This image will be invisible so that we can see the background. Delete all of these buttons. Okay, and this text, just leave the back button. And also from the main menu, duplicate the name game plate and drag and drop it in here. Okay, and right here we're gonna change the text to select car. Okay, change this to done button and in here type done as well. Okay, and now change to 2D mode. Duplicate this done button. Name this as next. Move it in the middle. The next button will be shown right here on this side. Then duplicate this. Name this as previous button, and this will be on the other side. Okay, then remove the text from done. Right here add a greater sign, and in the previous add a less sign. And also make sure that you make their width as 100 by 100. And also if you go in here, then artwork, then gray, square. Now in here we're gonna select this slot 3D. So select both of the buttons and drag and drop the slot 3D in there like that. Okay, so now in here we will add the cars, and then the player will be able to select the next car or go back to the previous, and then when the player click on done, it will select that car. Okay, so now it looks really good. Now disable that as well. Enable the main menu. And now from the next video we're gonna make this main menu workable. Okay, so see you guys in the next one.